G'day.
Hey!
Welcome back.
Welcome
Good
back.
to see ya.
It's
How
alright
are
to
we
see
doing, gang?
We're
He's
doing,
back.
yeah, we're doing good. We I mean, yeah, I already talked to you about it, but I decided to have a little nap on the way here in my car, and ended up napping way more than I intended to. Oopsie. So starting a bit late, but hey, we're here, and that's what matters.
Yeah, he's not used to being a corporate wage slave, guys.
No,
His
man.
9 to 5 jobs.
No, like, okay, so...
He's not like
well,
you guys.
We had to print it. I printed out a bunch of these, like, little prompt card template things. And my dumb ass, because they're meant to be, like, yeah, this shape and laminated. Mm-hmm. Now, with the process, what's the process? What's the good process to... if you got an A4 piece of paper, they have, like, 6 template cards on it. You got to cut them, and they've got to be laminated. What's your process to do so? Now, come on. No, you gotta know this shit.
No.
You might have done what I did, which was
laminate the whole thing and then cut it. Is that? I'm guessing that's it because I'm like that. Thinking logically, that doesn't work.
You're not meant to say that because that is the way you're meant to do it, and I didn't do that.
I didn't know that it would work like that. Though.
I know.
I honestly thought it's stuck.
Because no, your way, you laminate the entire A4 piece of paper, and that way you only need to cut it once.
Yeah.
What I did was I cut the A4 piece of paper.
I would have cut it into 6 pieces.
Yes.
The whole thing's laminated.
But the laminate is an A4 piece shape.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's just 2 pieces of plastic.
Yeah.
That are just over it.
Yeah, but then that means you have to cut the laminate. So you have to put the pieces then into the laminate, like 6 pieces in, and then put it through, and then cut it all over again.
Oh.
Because you've laminated it all together. I realized this after I cut about 56 pages worth of 6-piece cards.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
to manually put
56 times.
6 in, do laminate, and wait for it to slowly laminate.
Yeah, they're not
the
fast.
pages. They're not. They are slow. They're just slowly, and I'm just there like, fuck me so hard. Oh my god, I've made myself take so much extra time to get this damn job done.
That's fun. That sounds like a really good time.
Yeah,
I'm glad someone does something like that. You know,
it's one of the most important jobs in this world. It's like farmers. You know.
I know.
It could necessary.
Could be a security guard. All you got to do is stare at a screen all day.
Yeah,
just
true.
Like, yep. There's some hooligans there.
Yep, that's some security right
Calling
there.
the cops. That's my job.
Yeah, can't engage.
Paid police caller.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Paid police caller. You
I
hear that, everyone who works in security? That's what he thinks of your job. So if you want to beat him up, his address is 32... Masters Boulevard.
So Wallaby
in
Way,
New South Wales. P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way,
yes,
Sydney.
The one.
Yeah, that's his address.
I love P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way.
I do love P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way,
with
Sydney.
my dollary dues as well.
Yeah,
guys,
oh man.
We're literally upside down right now, guys.
Yeah,
we're on the wrong side of the
I
planet.
don't know if you guys can tell or not, because our hair is actually like...
It's coming up.
Yeah, we sprayed it with reverse gravity.
No, I'm like that girl. I don't know if you remember it. She sprayed her hair with Gorilla Glue, like the super glue, and it was just stuck for an entire month. Well, like that. She's like, I ran out of hairspray, so I used the Gorilla super glue spray instead, and it's been like this for a full month.
No, that is sad.
There's so many people that would know this one. It was like 2 years ago. It was like phenomenal.
Wow.
Like month at least on Twitter, because she kept coming back with updates, and like she had to do so many doctor's appointments, and they tried so many different things in her hair.
Yeah.
And eventually she just had to get like a handful of surgeries to start prying it out of her hair. I don't know if she got it all removed or not.
Oh my god! At that point, just go bold and just wear a wig for the rest of your life.
That's what I would think as well. You know, that's like unspeakable damage that you're doing to your scalp. Because she's like it's plastic. Oh my god! So that's how we keep our hair on down here. You know, a bit of the super glue. Hell yeah! Mm-hmm. It's good for the soul. Anyway,
Speaking of things that are good for the soul.
Reddit stories are good for the soul.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Hell yeah. Let's get into it, shall we?
Oh, wow!
Whoa! Okay, so our first one is titled
Sorry.
Am I the arsehole for pointing out my wife acted similar after my sister-in-law's gender reveal? So, my wife's sister is pregnant. She had a gender reveal last Saturday. This is her second baby. Second baby is a boy, first kid is a girl. Sister-in-law was kind of disappointed, or surprised, I guess, about having a boy, but I wouldn't say mad. My wife only has sisters, so sister-in-law probably didn't imagine herself raising a boy. So anyways, right, on the ride back home, my wife was talking about how it was weird her sister was so visibly disappointed when the blue came out, but like she acted the same. She got over it after like a day or a week, but she still was. We have 2 daughters. She was hoping for a boy and a girl. She was like, we're not talking about me, though. And I said, I'm just pointing it out. And she responded, you always do that, though. I kind of just...
call you out on your BS?
Kind of just admired the air for the rest of the car ride. Am I the asshole?
Admired the air?
Yeah, just, yep. Some nice air we got here. Yep.
Some good air.
Some high quality air. I might be the asshole because I made something about my wife's shortcomings. Oh, God, yes. What the fuck? The comments. Everyone sucks here for having gender reveal parties.
Oh, bro. Okay.
I always kind of wondered about gender reveals. They pop a balloon and whatever and see blue confetti and cheer, yeah, it's a boy. And then they get all excited and kiss. Would they not be excited if it's a girl? I mean,
yes, they would be excited. The whole point, they were only ever a thing just to have an excuse to bring family together and celebrate the baby for the 5th time.
Yeah, it's just to be fun.
Yeah, it's purely to... Oh, God. This whole deep philosophy of, like, gender expectations in society and stuff. Like, no, it's just for fun.
Well,
it's
always meant to be the sister-in-law. Oh, God damn it, a boy.
Yeah. See, like,
what am I...
That's
boy
it.
For?
The people who make it a big deal if it's a boy or a girl and that kind of stuff, and they have a tantrum about it, yeah, they suck. But the whole point of it shouldn't be treated like some deep debate.
Bro, it was a boy. She doesn't want to raise a boy.
That's right. I forgot. Boys suck.
Not the asshole. She's a hypocrite and didn't like you pointing that out. It's amazing to me that people are surprised about the gender of their child when it's basically a 50-50 chance. Also, if you have your heart set on one or the other, maybe don't do a gender reveal in front of a bunch of other people. Maybe don't get pregnant if your heart is set on one or the other. What? I don't know.
Like, if you really are set on having a girl, go adopt. Like,
yeah, you can go choose.
You want to have that control? I mean, I do believe in. I think it was where was it? Japan. They discovered the thing that can get rid of, like, if there's detect Down syndrome in embryo or something like that, fetus. At some stage of the development, they're able to notice it and they can get rid of it.
That's the gene editing technology.
Yeah,
CRISPR.
yeah.
It's not entirely Japan that does that. I mean, it's like a multitude of countries. I don't know.
Maybe I read this somewhere else. Oh no, it was like a recent thing that was maybe I've misread the article of what it was.
I'll look it up. CRISPR, Japan, Down syndrome. It's just a breakthrough. Editing Down syndrome. 27th of June, 2025.
Yeah, I think we'll win that one, yeah.
So July 17th. Japanese scientists found a way to remove chromosome responsible for Down syndrome. Yeah, it's using the CRISPR-Cas9 technology, which is...
Oh, okay, right.
It's not new. It's not Japanese. It's like the technology itself is not new, but this specific use of the technology.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's like they get into a DNA strands and they cut a section out of the DNA strand and replace it with something else.
Wow.
And then they put that back into the cells. And that edited DNA replicates in the thing. It's how they got the genetically modified babies in China. That had blue eyes.
Right.
And then that guy got arrested for it over there because they're like, oh, actually, you're not supposed to be working on babies. We definitely weren't funding this guy. He's going to jail.
So the whole thing of like USAID, where like the whole thing of like they have these weird titles for all these like things they were doing for other countries' benefits and stuff, but it ends up revealing that it was all actually just secret CIA
Yeah, like
operations,
operations.
just disguised as like funding for other countries' like weird science advancements. I think there's like something about like testing perfume on dogs or like some like gay dog thing, something like that. But like that's
They're
like
turning
just
the dogs gay.
yeah, it was some weird
With
thing.
perfume.
But it was just like this was clearly just a front to do secret operations in this country under the guise of we are giving aid to this country. That's what that money is for. It's not for our CIA operatives. Anyway, we're going to way conspiracy right now. Huge digression.
So anyway, they're turning the frogs
bad.
gay. Everyone sucks here, but mainly because of your wife's last comment, the "you always do that" remark. Assuming she's right, it sounds like you might have a habit of turning things back on her when she's just trying to vent, which is an asshole thing to do. That said, it's also pretty hypocritical of her to judge her sister for doing something she's done herself.
Yeah, I feel like if he's done it multiple times, it also reflects on her being someone who clearly does this sort of venting that isn't like it's one thing to vent about your own personal insecurities or things that don't really feel like it's going your way and you just can't understand why. It's another when your venting is, this person sucks because XYZ, that I also am literally reflective of having XYZ.
And I've done the exact same, so I should know.
Yeah, yes. Like when someone says, hey, you know you're literally this person you despise, right? They're like, how dare
What
you
is wrong
point that
with you?
out?
See, I think it could have been a no assholes here judgment for me if she'd been like, can you believe she did that? I know I did that, and I recognize that's like messed up to do that.
Yeah.
And I think from that she shouldn't have been upset because I now realize it's wrong. Although I understand why she's acting the way she did because I've been there, but I realize it's wrong. There was no recognition of that here in this instance.
I feel like if even further step of that, if her response wasn't, you always do this, but like, oh, God damn it, you're right. And then he went on afterwards, like continuing on to criticize her being hypocritical. It's like, okay, well, hang on, buddy. You don't need to go into a full-on, like, bashing verbal attack of her character just from this one moment. Like, 'cause I can imagine that would be an a-hole moment there where it's like, you've already made your point. You don't need to dig into her further about her hypocrisy when you only need to say one thing, leave it at that.
This is the thing. I'm not married, so I'm not. I don't know what these arguments are.
I
like.
am.
Yeah, it is.
So I know all about
He's married
marriage.
to the grind. Yeah.
I'm married to the grind. Yeah.
So most people are saying not the asshole. You're trying to keep her grounded in self-reflection when she goes off judging people hypocritically. Her having a problem with that says a lot about her. Not the asshole.
Yeah.
So she can critique her sister's reaction and criticize her for it, but gets defensive when you mention that she did the same thing? Nope, not the asshole. Bet she'll deny she even had anything but an overjoyed reaction when asked about it in the future. Hard one. It's a between and everyone sucks here and not the asshole. So what's your final judgment?
Look, I'm going to say not the a-hole because I feel like I do want to wonder what the whole you always do this thing is because, yeah, it is possible he's someone that maybe has a habit of himself criticizing her. And maybe that's what she's bringing up. Not so much him always calling her out, but him always sort of making her have to reflect on herself rather than just listening to her problems. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, this doesn't sound like someone having a problem with their own life, but rather just wanting to have a little bitch about someone else and being upset that someone has the goal to actually call them out on their high school girl bully behavior. Like, yeah, I'm going to say not the a-hole, personally.
Interesting one. I'm checking someone had another comment asking, like, it's a very long one, but I'll just summarize it with the question and then OP's answer.
Yeah.
It's like, info, do you always do that or often do that? I.e., turn things around on your wife, negate her, oppose her, etc. Then they go into, like, the reasoning for it and everything. And OP replies, I mean, like, I don't think I do it all the time, only if applicable. And that was, like, heavily downvoted.
Oh.
You might not do it all the time. Your wife's response absolutely could fit into the category of overly defensive because she realizes she's wrong, but it's easier to turn it around on you than to work on herself.
Yeah.
But I've known a lot of people who didn't recognize their own pattern of negating reactions to friends, family, significant others. I'm guilty of an occasional rough run on my husband from time to time, though I'm more of an annoying grammar corrector when I'm at my worst. It's important to learn that just because negating is applicable doesn't mean it's productive. Humans are going to human.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We are all occasional hypocrites, constant paradoxes, and persistently inconsistent. So I see room for both possibilities and just suggest that you think on it. Just note whether your immediate reaction is negating, not whether your immediate reaction is right or wrong per se. Just whether you tend to react that way more often than you realize. Maybe you'll look at yourself a week later and feel like you can truly say, I react supportively to my spouse most of the time. In which case, great. But maybe you'll look at yourself and go, damn, I really do correct or disagree at the start more often than I'd have guessed. Then you know she might have a point, even if you're right about her hypocrisy in this moment. Self-examination is a really useful skill.
Yeah, I think ultimately still for myself that even if that is a valid point and does turn out that, he actually is someone who is a bit negative straight from the get-go towards her and sort of turns it always around her, that's it'll be a valid criticism on him. Doesn't make him any less wrong about him pointing out her own hypocrisy, though.
I think in this situation, absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Like, again, if he kept going on with it, it's like, okay, man, you're doing it. You're being way too far now. You're going beyond criticism into just straight on, demeaning behavior at this point.
It doesn't sound like he has done that.
Yeah.
He's just pointing it out, and she's blowing up.
Yeah.
He didn't go further than that. So, I'd go not the asshole for that one as well.
Yeah, feels like it. I mean, again, I can be open to everyone sucking here, but I think we'd need more information about their relationship and maybe even the wife's perspective if that ever comes around.
But it'd be heavily biased.
Yeah,
they'd always be protecting themselves. All right, here you go.
Next story by Lilac L54. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband's stepsister that we'd no longer be going on holiday with her or his step-siblings ever? Okay, wait, hang on. My brain. It's been a long day for me. Hang on. Telling my husband's stepsister that we'd no longer be going on holiday with her or his step-siblings ever. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so husband has siblings that aren't by blood that OP no longer wants to go out with. Okay. My husband's parents are divorced, so he has step-siblings, a stepsister and one stepbrother, and from my mother-in-law's second marriage. He also has one sister who I love and get along great with. Every year, the siblings take at least one vacation together. To them, it's probably considered a tradition, and it's been very clear in the few months we've been married that his step-siblings intend to continue that tradition regardless of how I feel about it. This is an assumption, but I feel like they partly want my husband there because he either pays for it or has access to my father-in-law's vacation homes. I mean, justified.
Yeah,
I'd invite him as much as possible too.
Yeah, you're like, hell yeah, vacation homes?
Yeah.
Where are we going to next? Not just one either.
Yeah.
Homes.
Multiple.
How rich is this guy? My God. In this economy?
Well, they are the father-in-laws, so, how rich is the father-in-law?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the father-in-law in this economy? That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay, the reason I want to put a stop to it is because I don't like his stepsister or his stepbrother's wife. My husband didn't introduce me to his mother's side of the family until after he proposed, and from the start, his stepsister and stepbrother's wife were very frosty and standoffish with me. I have no idea why they dislike me, but I got the vibe that they were hoping or expecting our relationship to fizzle out. Now they're a bit nicer to me, but I know they're not my type of people, and I much prefer his sister and his father's side of the family. The idea of having to spend minimum one vacation a year with them makes me feel so much dread, and I'm not going to force myself to do that. His stepsister informed me a few days ago that we'd be going to Greece in August. Honestly, the way she told me instead of asking me really rubbed me the wrong way. So I told her we wouldn't be going on holidays with her or his step-siblings going forward. She asked if my husband had said that, and I told her no, that I was telling her that's how things will be going forward. Okay,
I don't think you can make that call, actually.
Yeah.
I just don't think you can do that.
I can already see where there's going to be a problem here.
I just don't think it's warranted.
I have decided on behalf of my partner that we are no longer visiting his family because I don't want to.
I don't like them. That's why. Okay.
I know I should have spoken to my husband first, but he knows his step family haven't been the most welcoming, and I said it in the heat of the moment. So you admit you even said it without actual logical thinking and,
It was
digesting
emotional.
it.
I just had an emotional reaction like I would at my husband.
Of course, and
to
hey,
the family.
If there's one thing we tolerate from people, it's when they're emotional.
Yeah, not in this household, buddy. you lock that shit in a box and you internalize it. And you never let it out, okay?
His stepsister essentially told me, his wife, that I couldn't make that decision for him and that I didn't need to come on the vacation, but my husband definitely would. I was pretty angry at this point, so I told her he wouldn't go if I asked him not to, which is true, but I think it's made it easy for my stepsister to turn my mother-in-law against me. Okay, so there's already a few things. Final paragraph. My sister-in-law is siding with me, but I'm pretty sure my mother-in-law doesn't like me very much anymore. I wonder why.
Me when I'm like out of my mind. Me when I'm delusional.
Me when I turn my mother-in-law against me. Why is she against me?
Why did my sister-in-law... The shooting meme where he
Yes.
shoots the guy in the background? Why did my sister-in-law do this?
My husband agreed he wouldn't go if I didn't want to, but he thinks I should have spoken to him and let him handle the conversation because now I look like the bad guy when I should have let him take the blame. Am I the a-hole?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
the fact that everyone afterwards was like, hey, you could have just done this and you would have gotten the better result. You would have gotten what you wanted and less fallout for your husband to deal with.
She just wanted to fight.
Yeah.
She just wanted to fight the family.
I mean, even the fact the people that OP allegedly hates because they hated her first have literally said that you didn't need to come, but the husband definitely would, as in oh yeah, he would still come. He's still allowed to come. But then OP's
No,
actually
he's not coming
Yeah,
either.
actually, he's not allowed to. I decided he's not going to.
He's not coming. I've decided he cannot have fun with the family, all right?
Yeah.
I will be ostracizing this man.
His family that I have made no mention of him having any sort of spite towards for all these years. Yeah, he doesn't like you as much as me not liking you. I've decided this. And that's what makes me a good partner.
She's a great partner. I see this marriage lasting
Okay.
some amount of time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, OP does justify themselves possibly being the a-hole here for the fact that, one, I told my husband's stepsister we'd no longer be going on holiday vacations with her or his step-siblings going forward, which isn't really a justification. That's more you explaining what you did. Two, I said it without first speaking to my husband, even though I know they have a bit of a tradition where they take at least one holiday together a year. Yes.
Why did you not tell him?
Especially one a year.
Yeah.
One time a year, that's probably maybe a week-long holiday at most,
That you
I'd
can
say.
prepare for mentally.
Yes.
You can plan other things in your life if you don't want to go to it.
You can still go along, and you can just do your own thing, maybe even. I get maybe that's still a bit of drama too, where it's
Or
she
she
always
can go
comes
on her
along.
own holiday.
Yeah.
As well. She
Yeah.
can literally do anything she wants.
Yeah.
She knows this holiday is coming up. She can plan and prepare for it. And she's like, no, he can't have nice things because I don't like the people at the party.
This family is very well knit together. I don't want this to continue anymore.
I hate lovely little families that have no problems with each other. Mm-hmm. No, not in this neighborhood, buddy. I'm just tearing that shit apart. It's not happening. I don't know. I don't know why Opie had to post this story. It's huge self-report.
Well, we got a few not the a-holes.
I can't imagine. You looked for controversial.
No, this is the top. This is not this is top
no
voted.
way they're at the top.
This is top voted.
We got a few not the Shut up. No, you don't.
Yeah. This one's got
I asked ChatGPT.
This one's got over 4 upvotes.
You go on.
Are people missing the fact that the husband is paying for these elaborate holidays? If it was me, I'd get pissed about that too. Are we also missing the bit where OP says they've been frosty since they met and hoped the relationship wouldn't last? Sounds to me like OP has had enough of these rude freeloaders. Good for them for putting her foot down. Not the a-hole.
how about have a conversation with him about it first? See how he feels about, coming to a compromise with her.
Considering he's the one paying for it all, you think like, hey, maybe he actually likes doing this.
Yeah, maybe he's cool with it.
Maybe there's a dynamic where he's the one who actually is the real breadwinner and all the family and stuff, and like the rest can't really afford to do these things as much. But he's like, hey, if you guys pay for the trip, I will happily shout everything else just so you guys come along on these trips. Like, you plan trips, I'll happily, you be my travel agents, and I'll just put the money towards it. You guys plan it all out.
I can see at a stretch where there is problems to this, though. It just depends on, the scope of the vacation itself. If it was a local getaway where he's driving them and it's like cheap and not a big thing, yeah, that's fair enough. But I'm guessing it's in America and it's a big international flight to Greece. It's like at least 8 hours or more.
Look,
and that'd be expensive. And they'd be like, whoa, way out of the budget.
Yeah. Well, look, OP doesn't really go into much detail with it. They say, this is an assumption, but I feel like they partly want my husband there because he either pays for it or has access to my father-in-law's vacation homes. Like, how much does he pay exactly? I feel like this is a case where maybe he will shout part of a ticket for them now and again, and she considers that as like, oh, he's paying for everything. Like, is he, or is he just helping out family?
I think she's wanting to dramatize it to be as like,
yeah,
let me just throw as much, antagonistic energy to their way as I can.
Yeah, here's the other thing too that the good comments pointed out. So nowhere does she say he's footing the bill. I mean, yeah, the paying thing's very vague. So
it's incredibly vague, yeah.
But she did comment that she's only known them 8 months and has barely spent time around them.
That's not what only 8 months is crazy.
Yeah.
You cannot be making, that's like 10 years into marriage demands. Not 8 months.
8 months, and she's already like, you know what? He's not going to visit the family anymore.
No,
he
I'm
doesn't
putting my
want
foot
to,
down.
even though he actually was fine with it.
For like a long time before these last 8 months.
Yeah.
That's incredible mental illness.
Okay.
Just saying, incredible mental illness on display today.
Now, there
scenes.
There is this very small supported You're the A-hole. Only 8,100 upvotes.
It's a smidge over 8,000.
Yeah.
It's really not that much.
It's only a bit over 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that.
You're the a-hole. I told her we wouldn't be going on holidays with her step-siblings going forward. She asked me if my husband had said that, and I told her, though, that I was telling her how that's how things will be going forward. Well, your husband is right. You should have spoken to him and agreed together how to handle this. Instead, you just started a fight where, frankly, there was no reason for one. Your stepsister didn't need to turn your mother-in-law against you. You're speaking for her son without consulting him, being rude to his stepsister. Yeah, no shit, she won't like you much after that. Like,
yeah. True words were never spoken.
Are you sure these people out of nowhere didn't like you when they met you? Or did you really suck at giving a good first impression as to who you are? Hell, maybe she didn't give a bad first impression because this is literally who she is, and they're justified to not like OP.
And they just knew about her through the grapevine.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you know what? You have no redeeming qualities from word of mouth.
Yep. Feels
now
so good and it tastes so fine.
Yeah. We see the no redeeming qualities on display. And we are justified.
Yeah. I mean, the fact too that after OP saying this, they were like, yeah, you don't need to come, but the husband's still welcome. Like, they were on board with you not wanting to be around. They were like, yeah. Oh, that's such a... You do that. It
would really suck to not have you there, but he's still welcome. Yes. It's all good if you don't want to. It would really suck, honestly. You wouldn't want to come with us.
It would be terrible if you don't come. Just so you know. Like,
Wait, hold up? No.
It would... OP, don't come.
Do not come.
Do not come. I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come. Well,
I hate that meme so much, but I love it.
No.
What's your ultimate decision there? You reckon the a-hole?
The arsehole, yeah. Despite the just over 4 comments on the not the arsehole one, I think I'm going to have to side with she's the arsehole for this one.
I can't believe you're siding against 4 other people out there.
What there?
There are 4 other people out there.
4 people that are going to hunt me down.
They're going to find you, man. They're going to find you. They're going to poop in your mouth.
Oh, good. Maybe I'm into that. They don't know that.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, our next one by Anon Browsen Lol.
Title these names now. But come on. Call yourself Steve. Make it easy.
I'm Steve. Am I the asshole for not defending my brother to my husband after my brother threatened his business?
Ooh.
I, 32 female, feel stuck between my husband, 34 male, and my family. And I don't know if I handled this the right way. My brother, who is in his 30s, has always been the golden child in my mum's eyes. He has several kids, but he barely parents them.
Oh, no.
My mum, who is in her 60s, watches his children constantly while he sleeps, plays video games, or just disappears. Anytime someone brings up how unfair this is, she makes excuses like, he's just tired, or he's just doing his best. He rarely shows up to help, and everyone is expected to tiptoe around it. Oh, he sounds lovely. Recently, things got worse. My husband owns his own business and works hard to provide for our family. After a dumb disagreement with my brother actually threatened my husband's business, like straight up said he would mess with it, not even in a joking way. Then he demanded my husband return the furniture we had bought and given him. We had bought what? My husband returned the furniture. So he's like, take this couch back.
Yeah, no, hang on, wait. So the brother made threats about the business, and then now the brother's demanding to get furniture back that OP and the husband bought for him. So it sounds like the husband took some of the brother's furniture.
It's like, this was stuff it's explained right after.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah.
This was stuff we purchased to help him when he was going through a tough time.
Right.
It wasn't a loan, it was a gift. But suddenly, he was acting like we owed him something. So yeah, my husband, it still doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Something happened that wasn't
You already bought him a gift and he wants the gift back? Is it not in his house?
It sounds like connecting the dots myself, I'm assuming that the husband, at least, because OP doesn't sound like she did it, but the husband literally took the furniture at some point back.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, how do you do that without the guy noticing?
But it's not worded that way.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just like incredibly strange. Anyway, so yeah, my husband got mad and he made a comment about how my brother doesn't do anything, never helps with his own kids, and how my mum constantly enables him. It was honest, maybe a little harsh, but not inaccurate. I didn't say anything. I didn't defend my brother because honestly, my husband was right. I've felt that way for years, but have always kept quiet to avoid drama. Later, my mum pulled me aside and told me that I should have stood up for my brother. She said I let my husband disrespect family and accused me of changing since I got married. That's some bullshit. What?
So this mother's Vin Diesel.
Yeah, family.
It's family. God, don't disrespect family.
Do not disrespect. Do not bring back from the dead CGI Paul Walker in Fast X 2. Do not disrespect family. She made me feel like I betrayed them by not taking my brother's side. Now I feel completely torn. My husband is working hard, doing his part, and constantly getting disrespected, but my mum acts like I should cover for my brother no matter what. So am I the asshole for not defending my brother when my husband called him out? Edit. I'm seeing a lot of people thinking I didn't defend my husband. I left that part out because I didn't need judgment on if I was the asshole for doing that. My family and I haven't spoken since this happened, and I definitely had a screaming match with my mother after this happened. Interesting. Everyone sucks here except your husband. The only reason your husband has any association with your family is you. He could otherwise cut your brother and your mother out of his life at a moment's notice. You are the reason they are his problem. So it's your responsibility to deal with them, not just leave that to him. You should have been proactive in defending your husband, not leaving him to fight for himself. You have kept quiet about your brother's obvious problems, and that silence has only emboldened the situation. The answer to he's doing his best, by the way, is then that's not good enough and he needs to do better. And OP replies, I will definitely be using that line, which to me is an affirmation of the fact, like, I know they came in with the edit, but OP saying, I will definitely be using that line, and not saying, no, actually, I did defend him. And they had to come into an edit in the post and be like, no, actually, I did defend him. Doesn't sound like you defended him and you left your husband to fight a battle that should not have been fought, at least by himself in this situation.
I would counterpoint that I think it's more like she has tried defending him, but she's not to be too harsh, but she sucks at defending him, basically.
I think she sucks at defending him.
Yeah, and so she's like, actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to use that ammunition for later. Because she does talk about having a shouting match with her mother, which, you don't necessarily get into unless you are absolutely against someone to the point where they are getting enraged and frustrated with you. So she clearly would have been saying things that were, in defense of her husband.
But at the same time, you disrespect family. Since when is the husband not family?
Yeah. I was thinking this
you
for a
married
second
into the
first.
family. He's a part of the family.
I was thinking at first that, like, is it really, this is an issue he's having with these people. Is it really up to her to have to try and be a part of it? But, like, yeah, of course she has to, because this is her family. And again, like what they were saying, that he's only interacting with these people because he's with you, and they are only behaving like this because they're, disrespecting the man you married. And you should be absolutely defending that person because he's not the one triggering these things. It's the brother. The brother's starting this shit. Like, this isn't the husband going in and being like, hey, man, you suck and you're pathetic. Like, he's not triggering these moments. He's not disturbing the peace. It's the brother here.
Yeah, the brother's the one that started everything. The husband just pointed it out.
Yeah.
He's the one that said the brother never does anything, never helps with his own kids, and how the mum constantly enables him. So he's saying both of you need to clean up your act because this sucks.
Yeah.
You're a terrible parent and you're letting him get away with it.
Yeah.
And now you're defending him when you should have some respect for yourself and not let your son throw his kids on you when you should be able to relax.
I mean, like, even if this is a mother here who might clearly enjoy raising kids, even in her 60s, she's happily enjoying this style of life. That still doesn't deny the fact that she still has a responsibility to parent her actual son, and not just her grandkids. That, like,
He's like, the son's just another kid on the level of his kids now.
Yeah, he's basically just another kid.
Yeah, he's just joining the lot.
Yeah, and that ironically, in a way, makes her an even worse mother because her literal, like, adult child, the stage of life where he shouldn't need his parent around anymore, he should be able to do everything independently. He fails to do that. So, yeah, I guess in a way, I'm going to retract my original statement of implying that she's actually a good mother or, like, she's good at what she does.
I was going to say she's not.
She's shit. She sucks.
When we think about it some more, she's
you
a bad
failed. It's you, Mom. You suck.
Sounds like there's one everyone sucks here comment, then everyone else is not the asshole.
Yeah.
And, if you don't speak up, you are also a part of the problem. Who betrayed who? Bro disrespects his mum, gaming and sleeping, threatening his family via your husband, and your business, being a lackluster dad. If he could manage to show up in life like most of us, he might gain clarity that his false entitlement equals he's an asshole. Everything your husband said is true. Mum is okay having your family income destroyed due to his meddling. Now's the time to tell her this and then put it in writing. Yeah, what? He's going to come and destroy their business. What? Oh, you pointed out I'm a terrible father to my kids and that I have a dysfunctional home life in the family. I'm going to sink your business.
Yeah.
How dare you hurt my feelings like that? I'm going to make sure you have no income.
It's ironic for someone to make such adamant threats when their life is literally showing no evidence of actually sticking to something and following through with it.
Yeah. Interesting that he thinks that that's even going to work. His threats are going to amount to anything.
Hey man, you just made yourself the absolute number one target should anything happen to this man's business now in terms of vandalism and things like that. You've made yourself suspect number one.
Well, good luck to him. Let's see if it works. But if there's ever an update, see what happens.
Fingers crossed.
Is it successful or not? Who knows?
Who knows? Sorry, I got
a bit of a
phlegmy nose or phlegmy throat.
Phlegmy.
Yeah. Still, I was feeling better until the morning after we did a podcast. that I felt the sniffles and like sore throat all over again.
Oh, Christ.
Clearly, we need to stop making out after the shows.
Yeah,
we need to stop.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I know the comments. By the time they would have seen this video, the comments would have told us what they wanted us to do or not.
Is it the romantic candle in the room that's like making you phlegmy again?
Oh, maybe.
Is it bringing back memories?
Maybe something's bringing back.
That one night we spent on the fold-out couch in 2018. In my mum's living room.
I love this expansive lore we keep adding every episode. All right. Sorry, still coughing out some of his spam. Okay.
Woo!
This story by Northern Canada, eh?
Hey.
Am I the a-hole for telling a friend that a tattoo on her chest saying Forever Brian's is a deal breaker for most men, even though Brian has since passed away? Oh, buddy.
That's insane. That is so insane. Feeling for him right now.
Oh.
Why did you have to like explicitly say that's a deal breaker? I feel like that should go without saying.
Yeah. Hi, potential new partner. That might be a lifetime. Just wanting to let you know, I am owned by someone else. Yeah. Someone else has claimed me.
And he's dead.
And they're dead. So you will never be able to mount and compete to them because they are literally dead. They hold that much depth in my heart and soul. Yeah.
Unless,
hey, here's a toaster. There's the bath.
Just thinking,
what do you want to do? Hey, here's a good memorable first date.
Yo. Diary of the Wimpy Kid, like the GIF where the kid's in school. He's like, hi. Sees the tattoo. What? Jesus.
His name is Brian. Brian.
He's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Call him by his name.
Yeah.
Keep my Brian's name out your mouth.
Okay,
Keep
story.
going.
Let's get to the story. I've got a friend named Eula. Eula or Ula? I
think it's Eula. Say Eula.
Eula.
Yeah.
I've got a friend named Eula that is relatively new, as I've only known her for 4 years. What? What?
It's just new to the world.
This marriage is rather new. I've only been married with him for about 10 years now, so, we're still fresh.
Still
We're
fresh.
Still coming off our honeymoon.
4-year marriage. A little bit fresh still. Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm assuming maybe they've known them for 4 years, but only recently became friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're new as in like they've just entered the world. This 4-year-old has a property of Brian.
No.
Jesus Christ. No.
Okay. She has a tattoo on her chest just below her collarbone that says Forever Brian's. She got it when she was quite young, early 20s, about 15 years ago when she was engaged to her first love, who unfortunately passed away due to cancer, is my understanding. I don't know the history beyond that it happened quite quickly, and she got the tattoo after he passed away.
Oh, he didn't even know about it.
Yeah, this was a grief.
Red flag.
This is a grief tactic. Ooh.
Red flag. Red flag. No. So Brian wasn't even in on it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's one thing to be like, oh, you might have been like a sort of maybe a victim to some sort of very domineering person. But nope. This
Not
was someone.
even that.
Yeah, this is someone's genuine tactic to honor their first love. Okay.
Mine's just like forever Ozzy Osbourne's. He's just died, guys. Like, come on.
Jesus Christ. I've been watching her date for about 4 years now, and the tattoo has consistently been a sticking point for the 3 to 4 or so guys that I've seen her with. Each one has said it differently, but they've all said that they'd like her to get it removed or that it makes them uncomfortable enough to leave the relationship when it got serious. Last night, Eula and my wife were having a girls' night together, and I was downstairs enjoying some Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, boy!
Good stuff.
Yeah!
It's
Sorry.
Jack's thing.
Sorry, yeah, that's my
Whoa.
thing.
Hasn't even finished it, by the way.
I have not finished it. I recently started playing it again. Within about 2 hours, I decided to download, like after removing all the mods I had and stuff like that, I've re-downloaded about 300 mods.
Nice.
And I have restarted the game about 3 times already because I keep wanting to try different things. Every time I've been in the Druids camp for more time than I've been in the like end of the first act.
Just commit to a character, Jack. Jesus Christ.
It's too much fun. I'm trying to put things. Okay, anyway. So, downstairs enjoying some awesome-ass best game in the world, when they both came down and asked for a guy's opinion and harassed me until I put the controller down. I warned them repeatedly that if they asked me for a guy's opinion, that I would provide one, but it might be hurtful. How real do you think it is, the idea that like guys' opinions are just honest, truthful opinions?
Well, ask the wife in the car, when she keeps bringing up the sister-in-law's advice.
Well, like, I feel it's tainted. I feel that terminology has been tainted by too many, like, far-right D-bag guys who, like, have their opinions on, like, those, like, street interview bullshit things.
On that stuff.
Or when two guys make a podcast. Like,
I'm seeing a smashed brain opinion right here,
yeah,
guys.
it's like, this... Guys' opinions have gone from being like, oh, they're brutally honest to, oh, they're, just sexist, sulky man boys.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
If it's one of those guys' opinions, it has no weight to it. But if
Yeah.
it's like healthy gamers GG, like that, the
Yes,
actual
healthy
guy.
gamer GG.
If it's his opinion, I'm like, oh, fair enough, honestly.
Yeah, you're literally trained
Yeah.
in psychology. It's hard to refute you.
Yeah. He's got good opinions on things.
Yeah. Okay. So I asked the ladies if they remembered the movie Titanic. They both agreed. I asked them if they remember what the core theme of the movie was. They both answered that it was a love story between Jack and Rose.
No, it was about Rose's hookups back in the day. Hell yeah.
It was about an old woman who promises some scavenger people that if they spend thousands of millions of dollars to come to this wreckage so that they can find a huge rare locket jewelry that turns out she had on her piece the entire time and then drops it into the ocean in front of
there
all
it
of
is.
them based on the argument that don't take this from me because love. And
Yeah,
that-
absolutely.
yeah.
Keep it away.
Literally it.
And then there's some random other small craft at the bottom of the Titanic next
Yeah.
to it there. We're just going to pretend that one never
Yeah,
happened,
that one.
guys.
Yeah, that one does the reverse of a
It's
balloon
not
pop.
like there was a week-long search or anything.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was a fast from the get-go. Anyway,
Yep.
I don't know what we can learn from that.
Okay, so yes. Do you know what... sorry. So I told Eula, based on them understanding about Jack and Rose, the love story, do you know who it wasn't a love story for? Rose's husband. Rose's husband married her, had children with her, stayed married to her for roughly 60 years and grew old together, overcame adversity, and successfully had a long life together. But Rose didn't think of her husband or those memories together when she died 60 years later. She thought of Jack. All of that living that Rose and her husband did together meant little, because in the end, when she passed over, she went to her first love, Jack. I looked at Eula and said, that tattoo is written confirmation that they're not your forever person, which is fine when you're casually dating, but what you're indirectly asking for is for when things start to get serious, if they're willing to sign up to be your Rose's husband. I agreed that Brian had passed away over a decade ago. I agreed that it wasn't fair. I agreed that they were stupidly competing with a dead person. I agreed that removing it won't change how she felt about Brian. But my bottom line was a one guy's opinion on the matter, which obviously all her previous boyfriends to some degree agreed with me on, as each one had raised it as a serious issue to them. I wasn't trying to start a huge argument, but that's basically what happened, so I tried a different approach and told her, look, I'm not trying to start Schmidt, but everyone wants to find their forever person. What you're doing is basically telling these guys you've already found yours and that's not changing. So they keep it casual for as long as they can. When you try to get serious, they then leave to protect themselves because no one wants to be a placeholder and it doesn't help how aggressively you defend it. Hey, speak for yourself. Placeholdering can be a great experience. Shortly after she passed out on the couch, much to my relief.
Oh, that took a turn. I was not expecting that. She's like,
passed
fair
out
enough.
Fair enough.
I guess so.
In
Down.
hindsight, this should have been a conversation to have while sober. So, was I too harsh? Was I an a-hole? Even the next morning, she was slowly crying and committing to removing it, which I told her to talk it out with more than just friends and maybe seek out a professional opinion before removing it. But yeah, I sure felt like a royal a-hole. It really felt like there was no winning here, just a lot of hurt feelings and distant tragedy.
They wanted a genuine opinion on this. And it's like, she's already been told this how many times before? I don't understand why this one is different, but I get there is a realm in which he can be an asshole as well for this one. But it's like, at the end of the day, you kept pestering him for a genuine opinion that they wanted help for. They're like, we need something that's going to turn the corner and get her, into the dating world without these people just leaving like they have been.
I can agree with the fact that, just because someone pesters you for an opinion and stuff like that, that doesn't justify you to ever give an opinion that's notably harsh and mean. But I don't think anything he said here was harsh and mean than it was constructive.
I think it was all constructive.
Yeah, it was
as well.
very constructive. And she just was upset that, not only the guys she's dating are saying this, but even people who aren't even dating me are saying this too. And that's what's hurting her so much. It's this whole, it's that realization that, it's one thing to hear it from person A, but then person B also says this.
And C.
Yeah, and C and D and E and F, yeah.
And F.
Oh.
What? No, it's everyone else is the problem.
No,
not
it's
me.
okay though. It's okay because someone in the comments has made a great solution for this.
What's that?
She could always just date guys named Brian.
Yeah, true. Is your name Brian? No deal. Next.
Oh,
That's a good one. No, I just thought the example that he used is crazy. That's so crazy to use the Titanic story.
it's honestly a very good example though.
Absolutely.
It's such a great example. Yeah.
Because if I were to think of okay, I'll do the example then, it'd just be referencing some of the Reddit stories where you've had a widow that can never get over, this dead ex, or their family can't get over the dead ex. It's like the girlfriend's father brings up how the new boyfriend, to his face, says, "You'll never be anything like her ex, who's been dead for 2 years now. He was twice the man you are." Shit like that.
Jesus
You have
Christ.
stories like that there where people will be comparing them. And it's it's so unfair to compare a living current partner to a dead ex-partner.
Yeah, to the memory of someone.
Yeah, because you're competing against the memory of someone, and you're competing against only the best aspects that are now hyper inflated.
Yeah, because of their loss. Yeah.
Well, he could fix 10 cars in 1 hour, and he could lift those cars at the same time as well. You'll never be like him.
My husband was literally Mr. Incredible. He was literally Mr. Incredible.
Literally.
So.
And now he's dead. So, you'll never be him. So why? Then it's okay, why are you dating this person if you have that other person on such a pedestal? And I think this is just an extra layer of insult to injury, having an extra layer. Not only having the tattoo, but getting it after he died. It wasn't even a thing. That's just many layers of incredible activity. It's just it blows my mind that this has occurred, and she doesn't see anything wrong, and it's been 10 years, and she still is am I the problem?
Yeah.
What?
That's so weird.
What's going on here? How do you not realize, Ula? Oh, I don't know. Does Ula not... What is it about Ula? Surely her friends told her it's kind of weird.
Look, honestly, at that point in that grief, you'd be
anyone?
hey, you do whatever works for you. I don't want to...
Whatever gets you through it, Ula.
Yeah.
I just think that's so crazy that it got to that point.
Yeah.
That she 10
on
years
your
on.
chest. Not even somewhere that you could see it every now and again. You could maybe put it somewhere on a little... some sort of symbol maybe on your wrist, so you could always look at that.
That's fine, absolutely.
Yeah. But instead of here, she doesn't get to see it. Everyone else sees it.
What's worse though, that or a tramp stamp?
A tramp stamp saying "Forever Brian's." Oh, that's a good point. Damn.
That's what I'm thinking. They're gonna see it regardless. I feel like some people are gonna see it if it's a tramp stamp as well.
Yeah. I don't know, it's one of those things where it's surely this is something women would be uncomfortable with too. Like, surely if you met a guy who said, "What's the forever Julia's" or something, like, surely she'd be looking at that and be like, every time she would touch him, every time she would stare at him and like be intimate with him, she would see this thing that says "Forever Julia's," like either there or hey, maybe even right there, like
along the edge,
just along the shaft.
Yeah, Forever Julia's.
Just like a line close towards the very base of it, being like where Julia reached.
Oh God! Julia's all-time record.
Julia's record.
Christ!
Just like my standard.
This is where you need to reach.
Yeah.
If Julia could do it, you can do it too. Yeah, no, I can see. I don't know. Like, is this the wife in the car, the hypocrisy thing? Obviously, Ula hasn't had to face a situation where it's a guy with a tattoo on that's like someone else's. But
yeah, look, I think not the a-hole would maybe imply that she is an a-hole for how she's reacted, but she seems to be reacting pretty normal. If anything, like
she's going through grief.
Yeah, she was crying and then talking about committing to get rid of it. So it sounds like, if anything, OP, you just needed to give her time to digest what you said.
Pretty much.
And you did, and she's working.
And she's not attacking him.
Yeah, like she's not
saying you're an asshole for saying that.
Yeah, she's not giving him the silent treatment. She's just clearly, that sort of shameful realities kind of hit you.
Mm-hmm.
I just think no a-holes here in a way.
Yeah, I think no assholes here for this one. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm.
Good. Look at us go, detectives.
Yeah. Woo!
Woo-hoo.
We're sniffing out the poop.
Yo.
Even though this crime's got nothing to do with poop, we'll sniff it anyway, just to be sure.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, sniff
like
that poo just in case. You never know what clues it could unveil.
Why? Okay, by Alakazam 121.
Ooh.
Am I the asshole here for refusing to cut off my hair because my 7-year-old niece has cancer?
Oh.
Advice needed. The title probably already tells I'm the asshole, which I probably am, but I just need other people's opinions on my situation. I am 17 and male. Unfortunately, about 6 weeks ago, my niece got diagnosed with ALL. Don't know what that one is, but considering she pretty much had health issues... ALL cancer. Is that like you're gonna die? Acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Oh yeah, she's cooked.
Oh no!
You got acute leukemia. You're cooked. She's
Damn.
done. Yeah, acute lymphoblastic leukemia. That's a death sentence right there. Pretty much had health issues since birth. Words cannot describe how bad I feel for my aunt, uncle, cousin, and especially my niece. It basically broke their family apart, and even though I'd never been that close with them, I really tried to emotionally support them, especially my cousin, to really let him know that I'm there for him and that he can tell me whatever is going on inside his mind at any time, anywhere, which he already has done a couple of times. Now, I'll get to the point. Last week, due to the results of chemo, my niece's beautiful long blonde hair started to fall off, which they immediately shaved down. I'm not native English, sorry if I make this sound weird, but the next day, a group chat including the entire family was created when my aunt announced that it would be wholesome if everyone shaved their hair off as well to show their support, including a picture where the 4 of them all smile without any hair on their head. It's a bit more to go, but yeah.
Yeah.
Christ. Hard one. As soon as I saw this, I thought it was wholesome, but I doubted anyone else would do it. 2 hours later, I arrive home to see both my sister and my mother bald, following by my cousin and grandma. The next day, when I woke up and entered the living room, my mum asked, "When are you ready to do it?" while holding an electric hair trimmer. I originally thought that it was something to decide on your own, but since everyone else is doing it, I'm kind of being pushed into a corner. I really, really don't want to sound egoistic, but I'm a guy with long hair, which over the years has basically become my personality. It's pretty much the only thing about myself that I love, and I really don't think I want to shave it off. Yes, if I shave it, my niece could be shocked that her long-haired cousin finally shaved his hair off in order to support her. But if I have to keep things real, I might sound extremely rude here, but my aunt made a video showing my niece's reaction to my mum and sister shaving their heads off, and she didn't even slightly seem to care about it.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Video went like this. Aunt trying to show the picture to my niece who is watching a cartoon. She has to tap her maybe 4 times to get her attention, and when she looks, she just stares at it and says, "Wow," and continues watching her cartoon. I noticed after this video, my mum started to kind of become pushy towards me shaving my hair to show my support. Again, this might sound rude, but in other words, she wants to drag me down into the pit with her. Oh, this is saucy. This morning, I got a text from my aunt where she said it would be really nice if I shaved my head as well in order to show my emotional support towards my niece. If we have to keep things real, shaving my head will basically change nothing in the entire situation, but can't I just say no? But I can't just say no, can I? I seriously don't know what to do. If my aunt would have shown a little more appreciation, my aunt would have shown a little bit more appreciation to my sister and mum. I'm guessing cousin would have shown a bit more appreciation. I would have probably considered it, but considering she didn't even reply to the pictures and just immediately showed them to my niece, as if you have to do it, I don't think I'm willing to do it. Okay, aunt showed them, didn't reply to the pictures, immediately showed the pictures to the kid didn't care, still saying that OP has to do it. Now OP doesn't think they're willing to do it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I really, really, really love my niece. And even though I'm not that close with her, I always really cared about her and made sure she always felt comfortable with me. And I have a lot of fun memories with her. And when she was a little girl. It's just that when they moved a couple of towns away, we started seeing them less and less. But really, what do I do? I'm almost getting threatened to cut my hair off by 3 people, and if I do decide to do it, what if no appreciation is shown? Yes, I would have done it to show support from my side, but if it's nowhere to be appreciated, then what's the point? So in the comments, upstairs result says, if I, God forbid, got cancer, I would find it extremely condescending. Showing support is not the same as a phone call or coming to visit, which is actually showing support. Not the arsehole. It isn't exactly support if it's done under coercion, and nobody should force anybody to change their body if they are unwilling for someone else. Removing hair is not very useful support if the niece doesn't value it. It'd be more practical to cook, grocery shop, clean for the aunt and niece, i.e., actually assist. Maybe OP could offer that instead. I know I'm like just immediately sullying the opinions
it's like,
with these ones, but like, it's, the only way you're the asshole is if your bald head cures cancer. Like,
yeah.
Doctors hate this one weird trick.
Turns out that was the secret all along. Everyone in your immediate family needs to shave their heads. That's the only way to defeat leukemia.
Sorry, guys. We didn't get 100 shares on the post on Facebook.
Oh, no.
The child with leukemia has died.
Oh, God. Yeah,
I remember that.
Oh, man. My immediate thought was, like, just tell them what you literally just said in that post to us, how, like, this is one of the only parts of you actually like about yourself is the fact you have this longish hair. Like, surely your mother, if she loved you, would understand this reasoning. Especially as a 17-year-old boy, there should be some understanding for that sort of thing. But, oh, God, the fact that you saw a video of the 7-year-old not even reacting or, like, caring much.
Cool.
Like, oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
The 7-year-old turned around to the mom. Shush. Shush. No.
I'm watching my show.
I'm watching cartoons, okay?
Sorry. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I think that's understandable. I wouldn't. I don't think he's the arsehole for refusing to cut his hair off.
I don't think he is either. Honestly, even before the revelation of the 7-year-old not even caring about it, of like is it niece? Cousin?
Niece.
Yeah, niece. Not even caring about it. I still would have been like, yeah, I don't think you should have to.
It's only if you want to do something like
Yeah.
that. If you truly yourself want to do that, then do it. Like in my school, we had so many Pancake Wednesdays where they also would cut their hair for Kids for Cancer. Like so
right.
many boys would do it.
Yeah.
And that was a thing those boys wanted to do.
Yeah.
I could have put my hand up for it if I wanted to as well. But I didn't want to do it. It's just not something that was within me that I'm like, this is something I'm going to do. Just, I didn't feel like it. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, and that's why you're an asshole.
Exactly,
And no one
I'm the reason
appreciates.
those kids died of cancer. No, that's a joke. Because I didn't cut my hair.
He has heavy radiation levels everywhere he goes.
That's
people
it.
get cancer from him.
This is the thing, like, I didn't want to do it, and I'd feel bad at the time if I had shaved my head. Because, I'd be like, this isn't something I wanted to do. I was peer pressured into it. But there's so many people that willingly put their hands up, and they love it.
Yeah.
Or is it Pancake Tuesday? Ash Wednesday, Pancake Tuesday. I don't know. It's like a Christian
Especially when you got to have
traditions.
pancakes at your school. I already am jealous of your childhood. I envy it.
My young teenhood.
Yeah, sorry, young teenhood. Yeah, we get pancake days. That's bullshit.
We didn't have it like at school. You had to come before school started.
Ugh.
You could like buy the pancakes for like $2.
You had to buy them still anyway.
You had to buy them.
Screw that.
It was a charity.
I wanted them free.
It was a charity for kids with cancer.
I would have been too poor or lazy to save up for $2.
To say, no, it wasn't like that. And there was like an event while you're getting your pancakes. There'd be boys there getting their heads shaved.
God damn.
Yeah, I just remember it specifically. I have like vivid memories of this. I was like, I'll come watch and have my pancakes, but I'm not getting my head shaved. No, thank you. So I can relate in here. I mean, we didn't have our parents trying to force us to shave our heads like that. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's a bit far.
Not me. I think not the asshole.
Yeah, it feels like I can't really think of how they could be the a-hole here. Like, what, they're being selfish about their own body, their own bodily autonomy? How dare they care about what they want to do with their own body?
I think it's the crabs in the bucket mentality from the mum and the sister.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, don't you try to get out.
Yeah, you stay
You
down
come
here
down
with us.
I know we got in the bucket of our own volition, but you should also get in here with us. Please. I mean, there was other stories as well that have come out in the past. Like, one of them was, a guy had another guy at a party, and that other guy at the party really wanted this guy to shave his head for this guy's family member that had cancer. And the guy that had nothing to do with that guy's family is like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then they both went to a house party, and the guy writing the story passed out because he got drunk, passed out upstairs, and they're like, okay, cool. Woke up and had a bunch of his hair shaved off by that guy at the party. And he's like, I was going to do it one way or another. You should have just done it. And it's like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You get a lot of stories where people force the head shaving in situations like this, and it's just not cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so disrespectful.
Oh, well, welcome to some Reddit stories. There's so many different things that happen on here. There's a
damn.
multitude of things.
It really is a diverse world of insane experiences.
Hell yeah, we've got much more to cover.
This story by Diligent Bit 3336. Am I the a-hole for pouring my girlfriend's mom's soup through a colander so I can pick out some vegetables I really don't like? A colander, I'm assuming, is like a sieve.
Like a sieve, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't ask her to not put the vegetables in the soup. I just disrespected her.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
My girlfriend's mom made us a seafood chowder for lunch. Ooh, I'm already slightly on your side. While we were visiting. She made it before once. Okay, well, hang on, actually. She made it before once, and it was really good. But she adds a few pieces of ginger to flavor it, and I really, really, really hate biting into ginger.
Christ.
I don't mind the flavor it imparts. I just hate the taste of actually eating a piece. Last time, I accidentally bit into one since they were hard to see because the chowder was a creamy, thick soup, and it almost ruined the whole meal. So, this time, before eating...
Like with Star of Anise.
Sorry?
When they put Star of Anise into things as well.
What?
Star Anise. You don't know that one?
No, what?
Oh, I'll get a picture up for you real quick.
Okay, I'll keep reading.
These ones, yeah, but like that ruins dishes for me. Oh my god.
Star anise.
How have you not seen them before? There's people that will back me up for this one.
Star with knees?
These things, they put them in like curries and stuff.
Oh, those things.
Yeah.
No, I've never had them.
The name that is like star anise. That is such a powerful flavor, and they just leave them in like curries and stuff.
Yeah,
You bite into
that
them,
makes
like,
sense.
Night ruined.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, they're intense.
I feel them.
So, okay, this time, before eating, I asked if she used ginger again, and she told me she forgot that I didn't like it and forgot to pick them out at the end. She seemed genuinely apologetic about it. I told her it was no problem, and I had an idea. I saw a colander hanging on a rack on the kitchen counter, and I went to the kitchen and strained the soup into another bowl, which I asked if I could grab. And I picked out the couple pieces of ginger and dumped the remaining strained pieces of potato and fish and shrimp and scallops and stuff back into the liquid. I even said sorry for the extra dishes and offered to help clean up afterwards. Her mum didn't react like it was a big deal. Anyways, on the drive home, my girlfriend was quiet and I asked her what was wrong. She told me I didn't have to be such an a-hole and make a big show and dance about insulting her mum's food. I was like, what? I like the food, except for a couple of ingredients. Still didn't smooth things over, though.
Hard one. What is your initial reaction to this, Jack?
I genuinely, maybe this is a case where a very ignorant person is retelling the events of the story. Maybe it was very much insulting the way he went about this. It was very, he wasn't as, I guess, sympathetic to the effort she put into the dishes. He wasn't as assuring of her that it's like, it's not that I hate the food. It's just that this part, it's too intense for me. I'm sorry. Can I please get rid of this bit? Can I please just take it out? Like, can I please use your tools? I will happily clean the stuff up. Not as much reassurance as he thought he had given. That it was just the ginger.
For me, what are the alternatives to this situation? He forces his way through it, like hating the dish and then like never wanting to eat it again, or just not eating at all and then being like, "Why aren't you eating?"
On the other hand, I feel like there's this real neat trick you can do to make sure you don't always accidentally eat ginger. Is as you take a scoop, you look.
But it could be like deep within the ginger.
That's true.
It's
Look,
like
that's
how
a good point.
big are the ginger? We don't know how big the ginger pieces are. It's a thick, creamy thing. Like you can't always look into soup.
I suppose. Like just when he's like taking a scoop of it, like surely you could just.
It's another awkward. No matter what happened.
Tell me about your day. How was your day?
It's really good. The kids are great. Thanks. Just chucking this one out. Yeah, mine's actually pretty good.
Actually,
it's okay.
Could you imagine how much? It'd probably be even more insulting too if he was doing that at the dinner table and like using a napkin and just making a mess of the soup. You know?
Yeah, just chucking it out to the side, picking his soup with his hands. As well. What can you do that is socially acceptable in this situation to still eat the soup, but get around the hidden pieces, the little landmines they have in there?
Wow,
there's no way around it that is like a winning situation here.
I feel like this post has attracted a lot of food connoisseurs because 11,000 upvotes for you're the a-hole. My God, really. Stop being so picky or just don't eat those things from your bowl. No, you don't grab a strainer and do that. Where are your manners? Edit, Opie is 30. I'm so tired of picky eaters using their food preferences as an issue to act like a poorly behaved child. I'd be very upset and turned off if my boyfriend did this. Wait, hang on. So you have to be turned on by them otherwise if they did eat their food?
If he didn't.
I was so horny for my boyfriend in this moment until they decided they didn't want to suffer through something they didn't like to eat.
God, babe, your table manners at the table were so hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know how turned on I am right now that you were a functional, normal human being? Christ, you made such a good impression to my parents.
This is fascinating. Okay, I gotta read this other big one. No one is surprised that you don't realize what a major a-hole you were because you appear to be oblivious to social conventions and other people's feelings. You bite into a bit of ginger, you discreetly take it out of your mouth and put it in a napkin, say. Instead, you insult the cook and make a fuss when the intelligent and reasonable thing to do would be handle it yourself discreetly. I'm hoping the comments here are able to shake you out of your entitled lassitude. I assume an attitude.
Lassitude? Jesus.
Yeah.
We're using
you're
advanced
the
English
a-hole
today.
This is... Yeah, no, entitled, lassitude is actually a word, never mind. I'm so surprised by people being so. I like whenever I've cooked food for people, whenever people have cooked food for me, even in checking in with them afterwards, I've as someone who has always been so like, oh God, please, I'm really, I'm so sorry if I'm offending you at all, but please tell me, like, please communicate to me, that kind of stuff. No one has ever been offended by me saying, hey, I'm not someone who eats prawns. Actually, I don't like prawns. Am I okay just to take this out? Can I offer this to you instead? Can you on the table? Here, you have these prawns. I'm personally not a prawn person.
That's literally me. I do that.
It doesn't. How is that insulting? OP literally did all the compromising themselves. They went through the effort to fix things themselves. They didn't say to the cook, hey, I don't like what you made and I want you to fix this. This was, hey, just checking, did you make sure not to put ginger in mine? And the chef here was like, oh no, I forgot.
I
Sorry.
put ginger in everyone's.
Yeah, I put ginger in everyone's. Sorry, I forgot that you
get?
don't like ginger. I acknowledge that we had this conversation prior, and I myself didn't uphold my end of this bargain that we originally made. And so OP goes out of the way to resolve this without the chef having to deal with it. How is OP the a-hole in this? I don't understand.
I think it's just I understand your take on it. I just think it's social etiquette is especially he just did so much.
But they did all the things you would do in any situation where you don't like something.
I get it. But like, in this one, you got to do the strategy of just filtering through every bite of chowder and getting every piece individually out. Tasting it and being like, I'm not going to bite into that. Just going to put that one away discreetly. And you finish your seafood chowder like that without causing a scene. I think the fact that he caused a scene was so extra about it and drew undue attention. And it was so out of character for a normal situation like this. I think that's what is like, you're an asshole for doing all of that.
Yeah,
Seemed like that was unnecessary.
I feel like that's what the issue is here is how he behaved about it.
Yeah.
Because there's something ironic to me personally when people are accusing OP here of being such a child when they are reacting to someone literally doing all the things an adult would to alleviate a situation that they have already set a boundary for, and yet still are going out of their way to compromise for it.
I just think that anything outside of the just eating the soup and slowly taking the bits out, those are the social boundaries. And everything outside of that is unacceptable. I just think where the arguments are coming from, everything outside of that, no matter what the circumstances, you're the asshole because it goes from discreet to entirely non-discreet.
Yeah.
And that's where people are like, you're breaking the social contract. What you're doing is weird. It's distracting, and it's not at all normal. And that's why people are like, you're an asshole. And then the way you went about it. Yes, he went about it, and I can see why you say it was respectful. It was resourceful. He did everything right and everything correct, regardless of that. The fact that he broke that social contract is where he is deemed to be the asshole. No matter what you say about it, no matter how you massage the situation itself, I think that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, look, I will agree to the fact that, again, I feel like OP could just make again, if it's soup as well, can you accidentally suck up a whole piece of ginger? Again, we don't know how big it is, of course, but I don't know. I feel like you'd be able to tell when you are suddenly having a piece of ginger in your mouth.
I think it'd be like big chunks of ginger. I didn't think it'd be like little shavings.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I feel like you'd be able to, like, when you like you're not gonna accidentally suck up a whole piece of ginger. So like, I feel that for that part for me, I feel justified to say you're the a-hole. I'm too held up on the fact that OP made it clear a bit beforehand that they don't like ginger in it, and yet this person still put ginger in it. At that point, it's like, well, anything that happens here is kind of on you for not doing what was literally requested of you in the first place. You can't be
Was there nothing else to eat? That's what I'm wondering.
Good point.
It's not stated. I'm just wondering why he had to eat the seafood chowder, and he could have just eaten something else.
Well, see, in that case, I'd honestly argue that even that would honestly be more offensive, because she made this meal for them, And if he doesn't eat it, then it's like, well,
That's what I'm saying. Like, no matter what,
he has to eat it. It's like, well, hey, if
he's
he
in a
has to
no-win
eat it
situation.
under circumstances that he's made clear to her in the past that, hey, could you not do this just because it's really like it ruins it for me. I want to enjoy your food. This is this one thing. Just take out the ginger from my portion. That was the one thing you had to do, and you forgot to do it. That's okay though, because you made this for me. Let me fix this for us then, because this is my problem. I will resolve it. And he does.
Resourceful, Jack.
And yet he's the arsehole for doing it. I understand.
There's no winning in this situation.
I know. This is my hill to die on. This is my hill to die on.
You will not be winning this one, unfortunately.
I will not.
I think it's too cut and dry for the most part.
Yeah, I feel...
You sorted my controversialism well.
And they were all... You're the a-hole still.
And that's a controversial take too. Hell yeah. All right. Forever Happily Single is the author of this one. Am I the asshole for not giving my roommate my half of the security deposit? So, I was sharing an apartment with another roommate.
Oh my god, I can already personally relate to this story. Let me go on. Yep,
okay.
Yep.
Our security deposit was $1,000 split evenly between us. We each contributed $500. At the end of our lease, we both decided we would be ending it. Oh no, not this early, please. The last month of our lease, I was super busy, so I decided to just give up the security deposit and let the landlord deal with the apartment, and I'll just eat whatever cleaning cost they want to deduct from the deposit. My roommate, however, wanted the full security deposit back, so I told her, sure, go ahead and clean. I'll send you the full amount back. If they deduct anything, I'll cover it then. So, she cleaned the entire apartment, including the common area, living room, kitchen, bathroom, as well as her own room. The only place she didn't clean was my room, which was fine by me. After we had moved out for about a month, the landlord sent me a check for the return of the security deposit, which was $750. They had to do some deeper cleaning that my roommate couldn't do in the common areas, as well as my room, which I didn't clean. This is something I had expected since we had lived in that apartment for 5 years. There was no way my roommate would have cleaned it up to professional standards. A $250 loss after 5 years is not bad though, in my opinion. So as promised, I sent my roommate her full $500 back and took that $250 loss on myself. Now my roommate is blowing the hell up, saying when I said I would send her the full amount, she thought I meant the entire $750 amount.
Oh,
she
buddy.
argued that because she cleaned and I didn't, that meant she should be entitled to my part of the deposit too. Oh, God. I told her that I never hired or asked her to clean, and I'm not a bank for her money to grow interest. She cleaned to get her full deposit back, not to get more money from me. She called me an asshole and blocked me on social media. Our mutual friends are split. Some think I'm right, some think I should have given her that extra $250. Am I really the asshole in this situation?
Jeez, my personal story might be even worse than this, but that's... yeah, I don't think OP's...
That's the thing. Before I get into the comments and sully my opinion on this situation, I'm going to say no.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think they're the asshole.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, wow, man, you're going to leave her to do all the cleaning up and that kind of stuff. So, she put in the effort to get as much money back as possible. But OP literally footed the $250 cleaning fee on his end. If he took 125 out of hers and 125 out of his, that sort of thing, then, okay, yeah, that's BS. You shouldn't be taking any of her bond out of the cleaning costs because she actually made the effort to clean.
Yep.
But yeah, and OP was the one who decided to be oh, I'm going to pay the $250 bond.
For what's left.
Yeah.
And it's he took it upon himself because he's I don't care.
Yeah.
It wasn't him saying, I give up my full $500 amount to you because you cleaned up your room and the common areas, but you didn't clean up my room.
Yeah.
I think if she cleaned his room, then she has a claim to the $250.
Yeah, hey, that's a bit of a valid argument. But you, OP...
She didn't clean his room.
No, she didn't do the bond clean. She didn't complete it. That's the sad fact here.
If she wanted $1,000, that's the thing. when we get into the territory of she wanted the $1,000, she would have done the entire clean. She did do most of the clean. That's a hard one to defend.
Yeah.
I just think the agreed upon amount was she keeps her $500 if she does the clean.
Yeah.
They didn't say, I also get your money. What they had said was, you can keep what the landlord sends back. They didn't say if there was more than 500, you'd also get that.
Yeah. And it's something about the full amount. And like, obviously, you should assume that when someone says you'll get the full amount back, it's like the full amount of your part of the bond back. Like, why would you think you would suddenly get more money back when you from what your bond was? If you put in $500, you should expect $500 back. You shouldn't expect $1,000 or $700 back. That's not how a bond works.
It depends what full amount they were referring to.
But even then, that shouldn't matter here. Like, the housemate should have the common sense to assume
moving goalposts. Do you think?
Well, that's what I think. I think it's a case of like them thinking that, oh, you know what, I should be entitled to the 1,000 because I tried to clean. This isn't a case of them. I think they'd have to be stupid to have actually believed that when Opie said you'll get the full amount back, that they thought that, oh, Opie's saying that they'll give me all the bond because I cleaned and they'll get nothing. Like, no.
This is a hard to defendable position because everyone's saying you're the asshole.
What?
Everyone's saying you're the asshole. That's
my God.
That's why I wanted to say, like, I'll not read the comments first so that we can get
amazing.
Our initial judgment out. I mean, I could just go by a controversial like you do.
It's controversial.
What does the controversial have to say?
Well, probably you're the a-hole, Sue.
Yeah. Hope she takes you to small claims court.
What?
Not the arsehole. People are assuming all $1,000 would be taken if the cleaning was done. It likely would have only been $100 to $200 or maybe even nothing. If the roommate never cleaned, they likely would have just both gotten to $200 or $300, so Opie never would have gotten less or more in that case. The roommate just got more because she cleaned. That's how I see it. We also don't have the full picture of how much the roommate cleaned. Opie made sure that the roommate got their $500. If they hadn't cleaned, Opie might have even come out with more money. The cleaning cost might have just been the same as it could have been a flat rate. Oh, God. Just pay her $250, heal bridges, whatever $250 is worth. To you, friendships are worth more. You didn't lift a finger, so she should get it all.
But Opie didn't ask her to lift a finger. She offered to. She wanted to make the effort, and okay, she did, but she didn't do good enough because she didn't do the full bond clean. And again, she still got her bond back. The bond was them both putting in half each. They both put in 50%, $500 each for $1,000. If they want, to, go off what they both put in, technically, he should come out with, well, was Opie a he or a she, actually?
He.
Yeah, Opie should come out with 50% of 750. Instead, Opie came out with 250 of the 750. They didn't get 50% back. They gave more of the percentage to the other housemate. The other housemate technically got more back here than OP did. I don't understand how people aren't seeing here that OP technically footed the $250 themselves. They didn't get their bond back. They paid for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll go into the reasonings why people
Let's see if people can change my mind.
You're the asshole. Why did you think that you could unilaterally decide to give up the security deposit because you didn't feel like cleaning anything? They say, why is she owed part of OP's deposit? She at most was only ever getting $500 back, assuming both people cleaned. OP didn't care. She did. She did what she felt was needed to ensure that she gets her full $500 back, which she did. Giving her more than $500 is essentially paying her for work that OP never asked for. Instead of losing $125 of her deposit, she got it all, and OP ate the loss. You're the asshole. You risked your roommate's security deposit by refusing to do your share of the cleaning, forcing her to do the whole apartment in order to get her money back. When the two of you agreed to her taking the full responsibility for the cleaning on the promise of her getting the full deposit back, you 100% implied that, for assuming full responsibility for the cleanup, she would gain the full value of the deposit being returned. She traded her cleaning for your share of the deposit, based on the language you've described here at least. You have taken advantage of this girl. willfully misled her with your language, and reaped the benefits of her hard work by getting half of the deposit that you vocally abandoned back. You're the asshole here, and I hope you feel at least a little ashamed for such shitty behavior.
Is there a part in the story, maybe I misread this, there was a part where OP was saying that whatever is missing from her part of the bond, he was going to cover?
Yes. You're the asshole. Sure, go ahead and clean. I will send you the full amount back. If they deduct anything, I will cover it then.
So he was offering to cover what any loss she would have made if he didn't help clean.
Yeah.
So even if she didn't clean anything, he was offering to give her, to make sure she would get her $500 regardless.
Hey, man, I'm just the messenger here. You literally told her that you would give her the full amount back. They gave you back $750, so she should get the $750. You walked away from the security deposit because you didn't want to clean. If you had told her, I'll give you your deposit back and any cleaning charges will come out of my half, that would be a different story. I assume that's what you meant, but you told her you'd give her the full deposit back.
You were never, legally, you were not entitled to all the money back of it. If you didn't put in the $1,000 yourself, if two people put in $1,000, those two people are entitled to that $1,000. That's how. Okay, maybe not in this country, or whatever. But hell, here in Australia, this is what literally happened to me with my bond stuff. I couldn't get my bond back because one of our housemates refused to give their bank details and was demanding extra money because they had to use some of the bonds to clean up the place because both him and the other housemate that moved out didn't properly remove things from the side of the road, and some things weren't properly cleaned. And so they were refusing. One of them didn't. We made the foolish mistake of not having them put money into the bond when they moved in. And anyway, that person moved out and sort of just left without having to chase up of anything because, again, we didn't put them on the bond. They technically had no collateral to risk, so they were able to.
Bye.
They were able to leave a bunch of trash lying around, and I'd already moved to an hour away, so I was like, oh fuck it, just take it out of the bond. That's okay. And then they call me up being like, hey, sorry, we actually can't give you your bond back because we're waiting on your housemate to give us their bank details, and they're refusing until we actually pay them their full bond back. But obviously not entitled to that full bond. Yeah, because we had to spend money to clean up the place because of their mess.
Oh, what a fun situation.
Yeah, and now he was arguing that he cleaned XYZ and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, but you obviously didn't clean it, like OP, like the housemate here, you didn't clean the place to the standard. Because, surprise, that usually happens when you try to clean things on your own instead of just hiring professional cleaners. At this, at some point in your life, being a renter, you've got to expect this. You've got to just hire professional cleaners or expect it to be taken out of your bond. It always will be.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so what I did... I called up this ex-housemate and I basically said to them, hey, man, look... After them ranting to me for probably an hour about this ex-housemate. The other ex-housemate was a woman, by the way, who he was constantly verbally harassing about her not cleaning up things properly. When she would clean up things, he would berate her for daring to cook in the kitchen when he wanted to cook. Because, certain days of the week was his time to use the kitchen to cook. So understand here, this person was a sexist piece of shit.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
That, you won't be sympathetic towards him for what I did in this situation. He doesn't deserve this sympathy. No. Anyway.
He's going to be watching this.
I hope you are, Murad. Anyway, after, I listened to him rant, I basically say to him, okay, I was hoping to persuade him, just be like, man, look, this is literally, there's nothing we can do here. We signed the contract. None of that was he wouldn't accept any of that. Anyway, so I said to him, hey man, look, okay, I can't chase her up because I don't have either on Instagram or something like that, but I know she's not going to just give us money that she didn't owe us. You give your bank details, we'll get our bond back. I will give some of my bond to you to cover whatever you lost. He eventually agrees. We get our bond money back. I get a text from him, get a call from him. I ignore all of it.
You're like, I got what I wanted.
I got my bond money back.
I'm out of this,
Fuck
bitch.
you, dude.
Yeah.
You were so the mental load of having to be mentally ready whenever she was home and wanting to use the living room space and he was downstairs and you hear stairs coming up of him being in there and like me having to be at the ready in my room to walk out there and sort of just be that sort of guard dog of sorts to
The mediator.
yeah, make sure he isn't being too much of a piece of shit that's causing her to have like crying towards me sometimes. Like,
There's fun people out there in the renting world.
oh man,
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah,
Fun little
that's
landscape.
my perspective of this whole story of like, you get this is what happens. Welcome
Guys,
to
he's
renting.
got confirmation bias.
yeah, that's why I'm not the a-hole. Confirmation bias.
Ad hominem.
I mean, like, look, not to defend real estate and that kind of stuff. I think that's scavengers. But, like, yeah, this is, I don't know, man. Is there any other, you're the a-holes that offer some
Everything is
other
you're the
insight?
asshole.
I'm still on my side of the fence. I don't know. Can you offer any insight?
I can't offer any insight. And just saying, like, I understand the agreement. It's unfortunate that he didn't talk it out with her more beforehand. I see where he's like, I'll give you the full amount. It's chill. I can see being like, okay, I don't want to clean the apartment, and if he doesn't clean the apartment, they lose the entire bond. He was losing his bond regardless. I think where it stands is that he didn't say, hey, you do all of this, and I'm going to, whatever, all of your work, I'm going to reap some rewards from.
Yeah, right.
like,
I can see how it sort
from
of
the
felt
get-go,
like that, yeah.
I'm at zero deposit. I don't care about this $500. I'm throwing it away.
Yeah.
I don't care about the clean. If it were up to me, I wouldn't clean anything and I'd just leave because it's I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
She says, okay, I'll do the clean then. I'll do as much as I can. And you just give me the full amount back. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, those were the terms. And because I don't want to get cooked by the comments, I'm going to say you're the asshole for that one.
No, me. I want to be turn me into a rotisserie chicken. Do it.
I just think it's like it's based on the agreement that they made.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, the verbal handshake went that way and not the other.
I think if I can understand with it being a bit of like an ignorance of assuming when someone says something like that like they literally meant that you can have all the bond money.
That's the thing. That's how it's taken.
Yeah, and like I know. I just feel like it's such a like. Oh, actually, no. That's not what I said. I was saying as in like you'd get your full amount, like you get the full deposit back of like your deposit.
That's why I think they should have talked about it more before.
Yeah, I
come to an agreement.
It's. I get. Yeah, well, I guess not. The a-hole would imply that she's the a-hole, which I wouldn't. I'm not trying to say she is the a-hole. So I guess I'm sort of coming more towards no a-holes here because like.
Risky position to be taking.
Yeah, because what she did after, it's her trying to cause a rift between it all rather than like, okay, it's one thing to feel blindsided a bit, to feel like, oh, no, you said this, but, oh, you meant this way. Well, that's, that was completely, I was working off this assumption. Like,
I think part of it is the fact that I think she's part of his friend group because he has friends coming to him that are split.
Yeah. I
don't think I'd do that to someone so close to me.
I don't know. I would definitely feel absolutely sympathetic if my friend had misinterpreted what I said. But I don't know. At the same time, it's like,
Jack.
Well, it's just like,
hell no,
come
guys.
on. How
no
would
one
you
make friends with Jack here.
How would you think that you would get more money from your deposit than your deposit? It just
because it was an agreed upon amount. It was like, I'll do all the cleaning.
Yeah, I guess the way he said it.
I value the money. You value yourself at zero. So whatever is left over afterwards, you've already forfeited that.
But then OP also says that he would cover
nothing.
whatever she would have lost from her deposit. It's that bit too that's got me like, but so she was going to get her deposit either way.
So what if it turned out that the cleaning fees were $700 and she only got $300 back? Would he give her $200?
I guess because of the fact that for one, cleaning fees are almost never up to $700, but also
but he's saying he would cover the expenses.
Yeah, that's the thing again. Yeah, OP said he would cover the expenses. I guess it depends on what OP's financial situation is. If he's clearly, if like she knows him to be someone who can't just throw some cash to her, like hundreds of dollars of cash straight away, then yeah, that's a bit of like a, mate, it's one thing to say you'll happily cover for someone. It's another to actually be capable of doing it.
Yeah. It's different situation.
But then at the end of the day, I don't know, again, it's that thing where you legally deposited $500. You are going to get back $500. It doesn't matter that you offered to clean up the place. You were like, congrats, you got your share of the bond back because you wanted to try for an A+ when all you needed to pass was to get a C.
I've never seen you so stun-locked by a topic before.
I think this is one thing that I can genuinely
crazy.
relate to in terms of like logistics of like living with other people and understanding like financial.
You're projecting your situations.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I am.
angry because of my
I
experiences.
think because I've just been in this political landscape for so long with so many other people I've lived with, where it's like we need to sort out this and figure out this, and like okay, it's all good on you to want to put in this effort to do X, Y, Z, but understand that's you and your standard of living and situation. I personally prefer to have things set up this way because this way is more beneficial for me. Can we work like this? We can? Great. Oh, something's changed now in this dynamic? Well, then we need to work out this new structure and like how the rates are going between things because, you know, this clearly isn't a fair split anymore.
I've just been living alone since
See,
2021.
Learn to live alone, folks. Even if the place is expensive and is kind of shitty quality, you'd rather
what the
live
fuck?
alone. No. This place is great. I mean, for people who actually don't have a stable financial
It's just
lifestyle.
like, look at this guy. He's living in a piece of shit.
This
by
place is a
himself.
dump. This is the only room in his apartment, but he lives alone. Doesn't have to deal with anyone else.
Absolutely. Christ.
I'm so thankful I live with someone who's so communicative about this kind of stuff, and like we talk and we agree on things, and like there's an understanding of stuff. God, I'm so thankful.
Bliss.
I need to give my housemate a hug. Just
You
a
can go
kiss,
there now
and
after
maybe
this.
go down on them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Anyway, I think we're running out of time now.
we
It's almost
what
the
a great
2-hour
finisher!
mark.
Talking about finishing someone.
I was going to do like this next story. I mean, I can show you it, but it's too long now to cover because you do have to go. But
Yep.
I think you would have liked covering this one.
Oh, it's an update. We'll save it for next time. Am I the a-hole for skipping my brother's wedding because I wasn't invited to the... Oh, it's the update! Oh, no. Come on. Okay. We're going to speed through this one. Speed through.
I think you really would have liked this
Oh,
one.
Jesus. Okay. It's a long one. All right. We got to do this for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it's an update from last week. You might have remember this one. Okay. Thank you to everyone who responded to my last post. Oh, do we have a summary of what happened?
So the guy, he lives on one side of the country in America, moves to the other side.
That's right.
Portland, Oregon, or something like that. I think Rhode Island. And he has a twin brother back in that state.
Yes.
And the twin brother just does not involve him at all in the marriage or in that he's getting married or anything like that. And this guy writing the story usually flies back a few times every year for family holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, anything like that. Notices he's getting unusually iced out by the family and by his twin brother. Doesn't get an invitation to the engagement party. Is like, what the hell? What's going on? Asks about it, and they say it's best if you just ignore this. We don't, you are not really a part of it. Ever since you moved away, you're not really family anymore.
That's right. Then, like the niece said that, or something like that.
Is his like sister or something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The younger
His
sister said that.
Younger sister.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't. Then he gets invited to the wedding. Doesn't show up to the wedding. His phone gets blown up, being like, "Why aren't you at the wedding?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, it's obvious that you guys don't want me there, so I'm not coming."
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Lots of drama, and that's where we ended.
Yes. So, story starts. Thank you to everyone who responded to my last post. I can't believe how many replies it got, and I tried keeping up, but couldn't. I also thought it'd be 50-50, not the a-hole and you're the a-hole, because I know what I did was a bit petty. For those who didn't read my last post, the thing of it was that I was specifically not invited to my twins' engagement party, specifically not included in the wedding party, and I chose not to attend after being iced out for the past year. That's the other thing too. He wasn't actually part of the wedding party. He was just going to be a random guest.
And he wasn't going to be at the family table at there either.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
The twin brother was not going to be at the family table. I mean, God.
Interesting.
So, to the people who said you're the a-hole, I understand your reasons. Yes, it was cowardly to just not RSVP to avoid drama, but looking back, I was in a headspace where I just caved to the guilt if I RSVP'd that I wasn't planning to attend. Also, a little part of me was hoping they'd realize I didn't RSVP and they'd tell me they want me to come. But every day that passed between the RSVP date and the wedding, I got angrier and more hurt, and I wanted to make it clear in a big way that if they don't want me around, I don't have to be around. And I get that's an a-hole move. That's right, yeah, because he could have RSVP'd to say, hey, I'm not coming. Instead, he just left it. He just left them to assume. I had a long phone call with my aunt and cousin last night about the wedding drama. They have given me some more info, and our suspicions are a bit of conjecture based on what we know and what we've heard. But here it goes. We really do think my mother felt I rejected them when I didn't move back after graduating. This is despite always coming home for my brother and sister's graduations, all birthdays, mine and immediate families, holidays, special events, etc. I practically visit on a monthly basis. But despite this, we think that she has some weird vendetta against me for splitting up her family and being an example to my siblings. They don't have to stay local. How dare you be an adult and go explore the world?
Yeah.
The world being
Terrible.
a different state in the same country.
Yeah. Big world out there, that different state.
Even worse, somehow visiting so often made my mother resentful because my aunt mentioned that my mother once told her a few years ago that I was flaunting my wealth by showing I could visit so often. Thanks to my senior year internship, I went immediately into a field where progression...
Literally no winning. Sorry.
My son's successful, that a-hole!
A piece of shit. And he's showing that he's like taking time out of his life to come visit us. God, I hate him so much.
So I went immediately into a field where progression can be a quick, and thanks to going back for a very specialized master's degree, I am in a very niche space within that field and was able to move up faster. I'm not bragging, it was just luck, connections, and a great mentor early on. People suggested my brother might be jealous. He does earn less, but as far as I know, he loves his job. It doesn't have the same career progression, though. Honestly, his job is much more exciting than mine, and I'm sure it fulfills him in a lot more. My job isn't terrible, it's just not one anyone wants to hear work stories about at a dinner party. I was also flaunting my money by giving my family money when they needed it. My grandfather often said, never loan family money. Give it freely if you want to, but you'll destroy relationships when you start asking for repayment. Not a week of Judge Judy reruns goes by without proving that true. So, when I could, I gifted my family money when they needed it. Money for car repairs. Money to help with my parents' mortgage when my dad was out of work during COVID. Money when my brother ran out halfway through his kitchen renovations. And until last night, my parents' internet and Disney Plus bills. But I've now cancelled the monthly auto payments. Again, this was me flaunting my success. But they never stopped asking either. My aunt and cousin also said they've heard lots of passive-aggressive comments about me over the years. First from my mother during the first few years after I decided to stay in Portland, and then eventually from my siblings. We're pretty sure my mother slowly poisoned them against me for not moving back home and showing what happens if they ever tried to move away. Someone said this about my mother meeting my girlfriend in my previous post. To be honest, given the context of everything else that's happened, what your mother said here about finally finding someone who can put up with you sounds less like tongue-in-cheek joke and more like a not-so-subtle barb. I see it now. I laughed it off as just my mum's humor, but I now also see that these passive-aggressive comments to me, to my siblings, over years was subtle manipulation to turn them against me and for me to learn to accept it. A lot of people suggested this treatment was to get me to move back home and to punish me for leaving, but I'm not going to come home to embrace treatment like this and hope it goes away now that they've got their way, especially when it's been too ingrained in them by now. It also explains why, for the past few years, almost every conversation is initiated by me. They simply don't like me anymore and don't need me until they need or want something. My cousin also learned from another cousin that my brother shot himself in the foot when he mentioned the engagement party. I wasn't supposed to know at all. The plan was to tell everyone I couldn't make it and hope I'd never find out. My brother told that cousin that I wasn't supposed to find out about it, but after he let it slip, I wouldn't shut up about asking to come. Based on how they've been talking about me for a couple of years, lots of extended family thinks I'm some annoying loser who makes my too often visits miserable for my family, and I can't get the hint to frick off. So I'm finally fricking off. My aunt and mother never really got along. My aunt is my mother's brother's wife. But my aunt said she knew all of this had my mum's name all over it, and that years of digs, passive-aggressive comments, and full-on aggressive comments have all come to this. She said they're not the same people. I told them that I don't think there's any coming back from this then. My aunt and cousin both mentioned that they never heard my dad say anything bad, so my aunt is going to have my uncle talk to my dad man to man to see if he can find out what the hell is going on. I thanked my aunt and cousin and reminded them they are pretty much the only family I have left, and I don't plan on losing touch with them. My aunt even mentioned that they haven't gone camping in years and asked if there are any nice places around Portland. It's too far to drive to go camping, but it means they may visit sometime. They also said they're going to try to correct info about me with extended family members, but I told them not to bother. They've already chosen to believe it. But for now, my immediate family are cut off. I've blocked them on my phone and social media. No more free handouts when they need money. No more wasting money to go to Phoenix to fricking Arizona 10 plus times a year just to be roasted by the sun and family members. No more punching bag. Thank you all for your support and helping me realize my family really is shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I kind of disagree, though, with them saying not to bother with the extended family. They've already chosen to believe it. In their defense, they've been given no other options, no other information.
Alternative.
Yeah.
Just, this is our version. Stick to it. This is the truth.
Yeah.
Do not ask him for his side of the story. I think, in a sense, it's more like OP shouldn't bother going out of their way to do it. I would hope that the auntie is going to do what she said, and she will start correcting the story and be like, I've talked to him, I've seen him, I'm still friends with him. You know,
He's
there's
still
two
family.
sides to every story.
Yeah.
You know, their side, this side, and the truth, somewhere in the middle. I'm sure some of their slights against OP, are understandable. Like, they can't get what they want, which is him coming back. He's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, be mad at him, but don't take it out at him.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. It's
Yeah.
just the entire family psychosis. It's a lot worse than I thought this update was going to be, though.
God damn, that's a lot.
This really sucks. It's really grim.
I guess it was kind of what we should have expected too, with like the way they were. Like, you don't just ignore constant texts like this from your twin brother if you don't have some sort of genuine dislike or like.
Yeah, he's like, well, he won't leave me alone. Oh, he wants to come to the bachelor party, and now all of a sudden, God, he won't leave me alone. He wants to come to my engagement party. Can this loser leave me alone? He's so clingy. Like, that's the energy that it's giving off. Jesus. Anyway, you're the asshole, OP.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly. Yeah, it does get comments saying things that, like, what is the mum's end game here? Like, sure, she wanted to punish you for moving away, but how is treating you badly going to make you want to come back and be like, Mum, I shouldn't have left. I shouldn't have broken up the family. You were right.
Treat him mean, keep him keen.
Yeah, and this gets people to...
handbook.
I just want people to start saying that, it must be like a narcissist thing, like raised by narcissists. Like, yep, I can totally imagine my narcissistic parents doing this.
Sounds like it to me, honestly.
Yep.
Oh, well, that wraps up that story.
I think it does, yeah. What a happy ending.
Very happy ending.
Oh, so sweet.
Thank you for making it to the end, guys, of this much longer episode than we usually record. But I could tell.
Stuck it out.
I saw that one and I'm like, you're going to want to read this.
I want the
he's
update.
going to want to know.
You love those updates.
He loves them.
I love
All right.
updates.
Thanks for sticking around to the end, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.